Hi, I'm AJ Freed, and I'm thankful for people still going to work.
And I'm Michele, and I think we could all use a bit of good news.
Hi, I'm Hannah Roxmeyer, and I have your weekend forecast.
Good morning, Mepham. Today is day 24 of the coronavirus quarantine. Please rise and join us for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This past week has been a devastating week for the state of New York and for the rest of the country, with record-setting deaths in a 24-hour period.
We have not seen the worst of the pandemic, and for a friendly BMB reminder, please social distance and try to remain inside. Doing this will possibly help flatten the curve.
COVID-19 affects everyone in different ways, including the broadcasting community. Our very own Haley Hepworth reports about how this pandemic affects broadcasters in the sports field.
The coronavirus has kept many people out of school and work over the month of March. Bailey Kennedy graduated from Emerson College last year and works for an internet sports-based broadcast and has been uploading new content during the shutdown.
So now that we're in the pandemic, a lot changed for us. So realistically, we lost over half our content, probably more than that, because once the lacrosse season got shut down, that was a lot of our programming. So we had to make some changes. So we launched a bunch of brand new shows.
Similar to us here at BMB, Bailey's sports broadcasting job has been coming up with new ideas to keep people up to date and to keep people entertained.
Pretty much all about finding new ways to create content. It was a little chaotic at first in figuring out what we're gonna do, but we figured out a way to keep us busy, and it's a lot of fun.
Bailey Kennedy also has a piece of advice for anyone trying to be successful in the social media world today.
Try and have fun with it. It's a crazy time, but if you see something really cool happening, like I know there's been so many videos that you see online about like people in New York singing, like it's just little things like that, like finding ways to make a twist on something that's not like this isn't a good time, but finding a twist to make it like, yeah, this may be going on, but people are coming together, approaching social distancing the right way and everything, and doing it in this fun way. And just putting out content, as like much content as possible, because this is a perfect time for this younger generation who I'm 23, so even people younger than me knowing how to use social media, knowing how to use Twitter, Instagram way better than I will. And I'm 23, so I think I know it decently well. Younger people know it way better. And it's just a matter of putting stuff out constantly, just trying to just get your name out there, just whatever you're doing out there. Right now is a perfect time because people will watch your stuff. I see people all the time being like, hey, send me your reels, whatever you got. Like, I'd love, people have so much free time right now. They're actively looking for stuff to do. So my biggest piece of advice is don't be afraid to put stuff out there. Even if it's ridiculous, you got to have fun with it. And just the more you put out there, the more responses you'll get. And that's just my biggest piece of advice. We've made everything work and adjusted to every challenge that's been thrown at us, which is awesome.
It's great to see that others are also working hard during the shutdown. From BMB, I'm Haley Hepworth.
Being able to work during these hard times must be a struggle. I wonder what that experience would be like.
Lucky for you, AJ, we have someone who could talk about that. While many of you are staying home during this pandemic, 11th grader John Tucci has been showing up at work and hasn't missed a shift. BMB's Fahrer spoke with this Mepham student to find out how the coronavirus is affecting his work in this week's Around Campus.
Hi, I'm Fahrer. On this week's Around Campus, we have John Tucci. How are you doing today, John?
I'm doing good. I'm happy to be on the show. Happy to share my experience during this quarantine break.
Yeah, and speaking of your experience, you've been working at King Cullen during this quarantine. What have you been doing there while everyone's staying at home?
Yeah, it's definitely been weird. I'm a cashier there. I actually only started a week before the whole quarantine stuff, so it's definitely been a good and rough adjustment, but it's definitely an experience seeing everyone how their lives have changed throughout the quarantine break.
And what was it that made you join in the first place? You said you only joined a week before. Was there a cause for that?
Honestly, I needed a job. My parents were forcing me to get a job, and King Cullen was just not even 10 minutes away. So I was like, I might as well. And then a week in, I was like, okay, this is gonna be harder than I thought it would be.
So what is it you necessarily do at your job during this time where no one's really going out and stop and shop, but the supermarkets are packed with people and not enough food?
Yeah, well, when I first got there were actually no rules for the first couple of weeks of quarantine. So we were sold out within a couple of days, and that forced changes in the supermarkets. So we had to start limiting customers to like 2 of the same items. So we should start maintaining some of the products that we had. But other than that, it's just customer service is really our number one priority that we try to keep, especially when a time like this is getting so rough for everyone at home.
And customer service is great, but how are they treating the employees? Are you guys safe, or how are you guys doing with that?
Yeah, at the beginning it was kind of just like a choose what you want to do type of thing, and then they put a glass walls to start like ramping up the safety precautions, and then it was gloves. Now it's safety mask, and now it's just a full blown like we're kind of like a team. We're here. We come into work every day, almost every day, and we're just trying to do our job, make sure everyone gets home safely, make sure everyone gets their food and supplies.
And obviously, safety is a key thing. I just want to thank you, John, for continuing to work during a time like this. I know it's a hard thing to do.
Yeah, no problem. It's just I didn't sign up for it, but it's all right. It's fun anyway. It's a good experience.
And also, thank you for being on this week's Around Campus. Now we send it back to AJ Michele.
Thanks, Casey. I can't speak for you, Michele, but this is great that our people in our community are still going to work. Now that is heroic.
I couldn't have said it better myself, AJ. And speaking of positivity, everyone can use them during this uncertain time. BMB's Katherine Orellana has this week's good story on how to stay positive during this pandemic.
With it being almost a month into quarantine, people are home all day. It's gotten harder and harder out there for people to get food, as many places are closed down or are closing down.
So Bellmore-Merrick has a community cupboard that's supplied by donations from the community. And certainly the community cupboard is still taking donations and, putting resources and food together for people who may be in need during this time. So that's definitely a resource to families in need.
People who are volunteering and they're helping people who need food supplies, who can't get out to get food. And I believe there's volunteers helping to distribute the food and I think even deliver it. So there's a lot of people helping out within the Bellmore-Merrick High School community.
And for the struggling students who want to talk to a trusted adult in Mepham, school is also closed down.
I know that there are students that are reaching out to the clinicians with the school and the school counselors via either Remind or email.
And we're eager to connect with students and families to talk about any concerns they may have.
There are some places that are open which leaves kids at home alone all day because their parents are forced to work.
So as much as it may not be the same as when we're able to be in person with each other and things like that, there's still so much that we can do at home.
If you like to cook, I know that I've been doing a lot of cooking because it's stuff that I can't get to do normally. So I actually just baked some cupcakes.
This may be a beautiful opportunity for people to connect with loved ones, connect with peers in a way that they might have never been able to do before. That might mean, putting the phone down for a minute, sitting with someone in your house that you appreciate and live with, and taking an opportunity to have a conversation with them while shutting all other distractions off and just really focusing on that moment with that person.
I think kids, it's their time to rise up and maybe help out at home and do whatever they can to really assist their parents at this time. And if your parents are home and you're around and you're getting on each other's nerves, go out the door and exercise and walk the dog or do something physical.
Well, there you have it from Legion Street. I'm Katherine Orellana.
Ms. Murray and Dr. Bausert made some excellent suggestions in reminding everybody to stay positive. Something that may help you out is the content on the BMB YouTube channel.
The newest episode of Midweek Update features an update on the sports world, as well as the new installment of Mano on the Screen.
And Michele, don't forget about the daily coronavirus updates, as well as the Mepham Misses You video from earlier in the week.
Now it's time for your weekend forecast. Here's Hannah Broxmeyer with your weekend weather.
Hi, I'm Hailstorm Hannah here with your quarantine weekend weather for week 5 of the shutdown. Today will be partly cloudy with a high of 51 and a low of 41. Saturday will be partly sunny with a high of 55 and a low of 43. To finish off the weekend, even though every day feels like the same, Sunday will be partly sunny again with a high of 58 and a low of 53. Maybe I'll go outside and enjoy some fresh air and get out of my room this weekend. I hope you have a safe and healthy next couple of weeks.
Thanks, Hannah. And remember that going outside enjoying the sunshine is quite alright, as long as you take the necessary safety precautions.
Now for this week's quote of the week. Give your stress wings and let it fly away.
These have been the BMB mini morning announcements for Friday, April 10th.
Have a great day, Meppa.